Okay, so next we're ready to just basically demonstrate the shot clock and PLC. So we'll go ahead and start this program up here, this sample one. It's February 7th, 2020, R20, which stands for PLC version 20 on this. And we've already got a sample project that's in here with the actual shot clock AOI and also the add-on instruction with the Ethernet IP configured for everything on how to connect to that sign, basically. So all of this is already done. It's already set up properly, the correct connection parameters, the IP address. All we're really trying to do right now is to show how the sign works, okay? So let's do that first, and then we'll come back and circle back around and do a project from scratch. This particular sample code has one rung of ladder logic in it with the AOI already imported. You notice that the rung just stays true all of the time, so let's go ahead and go to our communications and go online with this project. And we'll get online with it and we'll demonstrate how the shot clock works, okay? So the shot clock has basically a start minute value and a seconds value, so you can start the clock at any minute and any second interval on that. And the maximum time is 9 minutes and 59 seconds because this is a 4-digit display, so the colon basically is like a character in this particular case, okay? And we have the clear to enter bit, so this is actually a Boolean bit that we use. And so if we want the clock to start counting down, we put a 1 in there, and the clock, and basically the clock will run down. So you can see in the video that we started at 9 minutes and 59 seconds there, and we're counting down every second. Once we put a 0 into the clear to enter signal, the clock will freeze for 4 seconds. And then it resets back to the start minute and start second value, okay? So let's go ahead and if, while the clear to enter signal is a 0 on the add-on instruction, we can go ahead and put a start value in there. So if we put a 0 in here, the clock automatically adjusts to 00:59 seconds. And we can go ahead and put some, we can put a value in here of like 10 seconds to start with, okay? And we'll start to see the behavior of the clock here when we have 0 minutes and 10 seconds, and we go ahead and start the shot clock AOI in this particular case. So we'll hit the 1 signal, the clock will start counting down, and then when it reaches a 0 in this particular case, it will go negative. So we'll watch the clock here. We're at negative, and now we're counting up -1, -2, and so forth. And basically what we'll start to see is the clock, the maximum negative time is 9 minutes negative and 9 minutes 57 seconds on that, okay? So that's the basic operation of the shot clock AOI and how you use it. The map input signal and output signals are all mapped to a tag that's been created, and the packet sent is more or less just debug information. We can actually hover over this with our mouse and we can see the actual packet that's being sent. It's a $02, which is a string character STX, with 01 being the address of the sign, and in this case when we powered up the sign it was set to address 01. And then the clock information, -0.33. And then $03 is the EXT, or the end character packet string that's sent to the sign in this particular case, okay? So then we've got to, also, you know, you can't do things like this, all right? Let's be realistic here. You can't really start, you know, 50 or 65 seconds here. Now the clock will start at 65 seconds, but that isn't really a true minute and second relationship. So if we was to, you know, this is a user error, I would call that. I mean, the clock will actually start to count down, and it'll start from 65 and start to count down. But then when it reaches 60 seconds, it assumes that that's 0 minutes and 0 seconds, and then it'll start counting negative. So you'll always want to use true minute and true seconds. So if you want 65 seconds, that's really 1 minute and 5 seconds. Okay, so let's be realistic here when we use the shot clock, so that it clocks down correctly in minutes and seconds. That's the format that we need to use. So we have 1 minute 5 seconds on the shot clock, and we go ahead and count that down. We're at 1 minute and 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Now we're at 59, 58, and the clock works properly in that regard. Okay, so this little sample video here is just to demonstrate how the add-on instruction works and how you would use it in PLC ladder logic in this case. Okay.